Rain, you're up.
Yeah. Eh, I guess I will dash after Chaya. I can only get to here.
Don't forget that you're focusing on that spell. You know, it would be very bad if it dropped.
Said Tozen.
Yeah, sure. How many rounds has it even been?
It's only been like 4.
For real? Oh my gosh.
24
Maybe
seconds.
maybe the
all of
5th
us.
round.
Yeah, I'd say probably 5. I'm a good DM. I always keep track. All right. Let's take you up.
There's a way to actually put the tracker in the turn order.
Yeah, there
A
is.
turn tracker.
Oh.
It's you make a one that is +1 on the a blank initiative count with +1 as the initiative.
Oh yeah, round calculator.
It goes +1 every time it loops around.
Check that out. I learn something new every day.
Gonna run over to Julian.
Okay.
Gonna have to dash to get there. I wanna
He smacks
look
you.
Yeah. I wanna look straight in his eyes and just try and see if I see my brother in there or if I see a goddamn changeling.
Insight. You can do an insight check, so desire.
Yes, please.
Changeling is a derogatory term.
As you look into his eyes, you he's surprised as you reach out and grab him by both sides of the face, and you look at him intently, just searching his eyes, searching his face, and you. What?
And then it kills.
Sister.
No!
Hey, you did it to me a few moments
Yeah, but that's not related, people!
What you see is, you see your brother in there.
Give him a big hug. Then realize he's very wounded and then give him a gentler hug.
Alright, Ren is
End of
up.
my turn.
You're a fool, Tozen. That's what you hear, Chai, as you race through the curtain. And you see him attack Tozen twice. As he, turns and...
Come on.
Oh no.
Yep. So the first one doesn't actually bring me down, because this thing I've been keeping in my back pocket the entire time is that I'm a half-orc.
Right.
So I drop to 1.
And then you go
and then
down
I drop
a
to
second.
0.
Alright, so he slashes you once. You kind of fall to your knee. Why won't you die? And he plunges you a second time with his blade. And as he pulls it out, this gush of seawater and blood pours out of your chest, and you fall down to the ground. And he sees you, Chaya, and he dashes away.
But you get an attack of opportunity.
He does.
An attack you.
I do. Do I really? Sorry, I don't know why.
Come on.
Terrible.
Get him for me.
I don't know why you did either. I'm okay with it though. Shut up, motorcycles.
You definitely hit him. As he runs and races away, you hit him for 10. You just slash him across his back.
Whack him.
Alright. Janrick, you're up.
I will run and dash and do my thing, and I get to there. Oh, that's as far as they were. So I run, I run right through the
You actually bump into Tozen.
through the curtain and step on Tosin right where he was stabbed. You know,
A little bit of blood. Seawater.
it's a failed death save.
Yeah. Alright, Tozen, you're up.
Actually, I did have a question. Was I still bleeding even if I took healing from the healing words?
Ooh. No. You weren't.
Because if I wasn't,
You're
then
not.
I'm still
You're
alive.
Not. That's important.
Wait, no,
That is
I'm
important.
not still alive because it was 9. So no, never mind.
Okay.
I'm still down, but I'm not bleeding anymore.
Yeah, you're not bleeding anymore. That is actually important.
Wait, I am bleeding again because he hit me again after
Yes,
the...
so now you're bleeding again.
What a roller coaster, people!
Alright, B-Butt is up. Oh no.
Wait, I need to make a death save.
Yeah, death save, please.
Imagine if right here was where I got my
Ooh, nice
my
pick.
20.
There you go. All right, Bebot. Same thing.
Bebop's chilling.
Chaya.
Shia will be tempted to chase after the fool, but kind of begrudgingly put a hand on Tozen and instead cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. You feel this radiant energy and calm come over you, Tozen, as you open your eyes and you're pulled from the clutches of
I
death.
don't open them. I'm still unconscious.
Your eyes open, but you don't see. Because of things. Alright, Roland. He's gonna run over there, I guess. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think he can make it that far. Rain, you're up.
I guess she'll run through as well to see what's going on.
Okay. Alright, you run through. You see this chaotic scene before you, Elizabeta. You watch all your friends leave the room.
I'm gonna try and I don't want to leave Yulian here, so I'm gonna try and get him up.
Okay. Yeah, he's weak, but he can move up to his speed.
Okay, and just I'm gonna slowly move with him around to where they are. So I'll
Okay, he'll move with you
Just
on
be
your
like-
initiative.
okay. So I'm just gonna
So
wait.
move-
Let me do that. Let me
yeah.
do the thing.
Go where you're gonna go, and then.
Okay.
I'll move
And
forward.
I'm not gonna do. Yeah, I'll move up to the. I'll just dash up to the thing.
She'll
wait,
come with you.
Can I
She's on
move
a
through it? Yes. I'll do that.
Okay.
But I'll have Yulian be behind me, not in front.
There you go. Alright, so he's up. Okay. Janrick, you're up.
Where is this guy at? I don't see him.
He's gone.
Oh,
He's out
just,
of your view.
Ran away. He's a
Oh.
fucking coward.
After the pummeling his friends got, are you surprised?
Well, you know. I'm not surprised, I'm just disappointed.
Are you gonna try to chase after him or anything? Yeah.
No.
Alright.
I heal Tosin.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
Okay, so at this point in time,
Welcome.
your eyes do open, and you can see. Alright, Tozen, you're up.
29, Jesus.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Didn't have that many hit points since the first round of the fight. Yeah. My eyes fly open and I'm just like on the ground, coughing out blood and seawater.
Are you doing anything else?
I'm sitting there and then eventually I ask, he is gone, isn't he?
Oh yeah, you got him, man. All you.
No, that is not what I meant. He ran away.
Alright, so we're out
Yep.
of initiative.
Well, and And the others, they are, I believe, all dead, yes. But I did not stop to check.
So I am going to put out there, remember that Rain is holding a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you guys will move on the other side of this curtain, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll just put you there.
Yeah, but eventually the spell, 1 minute goes by, I imagine, pretty quickly, and it just becomes permanent.
Janek wants to go back and check the bodies.
Oh, that's right. He is... Okay. That's right. He is banished to the elemental plane. Alright, Janie.
It's a good. You picked a good target for that, Sasha.
I know, I was hoping. I'm like, please be an actual elemental. Like,
Okay. Janrik, you can go back. Go ahead and do an investigation check on the bodies.
Before I do that, I asked Mask for any help that he might offer.
He's like, nah, dude, you already had my help today.
And I fucking suck it. Not even worth rolling a d4.
Yeah, as you search around, you don't really find anything of note. Although, I do have a hard time with investigation checks. Like, how hard is it to look through someone's pockets?
With what?
I have a hard time with those kinds of investigation checks because it shouldn't be that hard to look through someone's pockets.
I agree completely.
Yeah,
Hidden pockets.
Yeah. How many of these people do you think bother to have hidden pockets?
Right. Yeah, so I'm gonna forego. I've been doing that, and every time I do it, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of dumb. So, these guys don't really have anything on them, though. Their possessions are elsewhere. However, as you're searching through the prophetess's clothing, and you're checking her pockets and whatnot, you do find, obviously, the spear, which you had already picked up. You do find this, like, ornate, originally maybe meant as some kind of jewelry, perhaps, but it's a set of 4 rings that are fused together, and across the top is
Love.
a jagged, like bluish quartz crystals that cover the top of them. And as you look inside of these crystals, you can see almost what looks like maybe storm clouds and lightning, like little flashes of lightning inside.
Tanner takes it. He's tempted to put it on his hand, but
Okay, but other than that, that's what you find.
Could we take a really quick break?
Yeah, let's do it. 5 minutes. And no more!
Alright.
You are a cruel master.
One of those
Very well.
teachers who's like really strict about pee breaks.
The bell doesn't dismiss you.
I do.
I just, yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back too.
Who's back?
I am.
Oh, hello.
I'm back.
Oh, hello. I think there should be
Well, I don't know how I expected the confrontation with my former protege to go, but him running away like a little bitch certainly wasn't among the list of outcomes I had considered.
Fool wants to live, dog. Fool wants to live.
Yeah, but like at the beginning, he was going on about how this one will see things through and this one will make things happen, and eventually everybody dies. He's all alone.
I suppose I could have had him hack at you unconscious
Yeah,
and
he
kill
could've.
you. No. No, Chaya would have reamed him.
She would not stand for it, but she wouldn't need to stand for it. She would just need to survive one round, and that'd be, you know,
Well, maybe he wouldn't
more
have.
dead than disco.
You trashed him, man.
That one round where I drew the sword, and I was like, yeah, this is what it's all about.
You trashed a guy that literally is your exact opposite.
Yeah, I saw you.
In his fighting abilities.
I have no dexterity, so you made him to have a lot of dexterity. I appreciated that. Nice touch.
It's the antithesis to you.
I don't know.
And hey, if I hadn't taken the big old damage from that one thunder, like a bit of lightning, hey, I might have been able to pull through. But inside I was, like the song says, thunderstruck.
So,
Hey.
Janrik, also you did find a horn in here.
A what? I'm sorry.
Remember the guy, he threw his horn at Tozen? It's a red tiefling horn.
He found Ren's horn.
And Ren's horn as well.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
want that
take
horn.
that. That might be useful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think will very certainly be useful if we can have the right kind of magic.
I'm gonna take the ring to Rain and see if she could help me figure out what it is.
Oh yeah. As soon as we have a break, I want to identify like that and what was it that we found last time? An axe, like
Hammer?
The hammer.
hammer.
Hammer and the spear and the rings. And maybe this is a magical horn.
Okay.
That is true.
Brett, you
Doubt
back?
it, but it could be.
You back, Brett? Did you just sit down in a chair?
Yep, I'm here.
Cool. All right. You guys do have a break. You guys find yourself in another room. Okay, this room has another one of the pools of like oily, brackish water with some flame on
The
it.
gelatin pudding.
Gelatin pudding that's cinnamon flavored.
That one looks more like chocolate.
What's going on here? As you guys take a break to kind of look around after this fierce fight, you see that flames are dancing on this pool of murky water to the south, lighting up the room. There's a sarcophagus carved from glassy black stone standing atop a natural pedestal in the middle of the room. The sarcophagus has fluted embellishments, delicate ribs, and friezes that show groveling demons on it. Did you want to identify those items, Rain?
Yeah, sure. I'll do
Okay.
it.
So there's the ring, the spear, and the hammer. So it's gonna be. Are you gonna? I assume cast those as rituals.
Yeah, ritual definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna take about the next half hour or so to kind of reconnoiter, figure out what's going on.
Is this a short rest?
Sure. Yeah, because everyone except for I guess Rain. Or can you take a short rest doing that?
I don't think so. I don't think it counts.
I think you kind of have to be doing nothing. So she's sitting there
Yeah.
focusing on these things.
I don't think she particularly needs the short rest, considering all the damage she took during that last fight.
Boy, I have like no spell slots, but
The arcane recovery would be nice for.
That's fair.
All right. So as you focus on the hammer and you cast your spell, over the next 10 minutes, over the next 30 minutes, you're identifying these items slowly. As you work with your magic, the nature of these items becomes revealed to you over time. The hammer is a dwarven thrower. Okay, which is pretty legit.
What is a dwarf from?
Dwarven thrower. Here we go. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
It's a really short baseball pitch.
Okay, you gain +3 to attack and damage rolls made with a magic weapon.
Plus 3!
Yeah. Mhm.
You have to be a
Dang.
dwarf to use it, though. Nobody else can use it.
It has the thrown property with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60. When you hit with a ranged attack using this weapon, it deals an extra 1d8. If the target's a giant, it's 2d8. And after the attack, it
shit.
flies back to your hand. And I don't see anything about that. Oh, it does. It requires,
Requires
a
a 2-minute by a dwarf.
That dwarf ghost.
You could sell it, I suppose.
So I would just say maybe we can like hold on to our loot and take it with us into Greyhawk. 'Cause I know some-
you know,
yeah.
I know someone who
Just
might be
gotta
playing a
go.
dwarf next time.
Just gotta go take this to customs.
Kurt, why do you have to leak my character like that? The worst friend. I told you in confidence.
In confidence. Alright.
I just have a name for my next character that I really like.
So that's,
It's a good name.
that's
Just
what the-
saying.
That's what the spear looks like. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Guys, I think it might be called Wind
Whoa.
I'm gonna do some hit dice.
You always know which way the wind is blowing.
There's a link that takes us to a journal page. I'm not gonna click on it, but just gonna point that out to you, Brad, in case that's unintentional.
What's that?
There's a link on that Windvane page. Windvane.
Yancy Ben.
Links to Yan Sibin, the Prince of Evil Air.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure
Oh.
it's supposed to be there.
Oh,
Prince
okay.
of really bad farts.
Yeah, I don't think the link is supposed to. You shouldn't be able. It should just be the picture. But
Yes, gender likes farts.
does it show you all?
I mean,
that
that
stuff?
likes.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we get-
I showed you the whole.
There's a way to
handout.
that we only see like the pictures. I don't know what you do to turn that off though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's okay.
Oh, I tried clicking on the link and it doesn't work, so never. Let's just check it.
Yeah, well, in theory, you shouldn't be able to read all of that stuff. But anyways,
The finesse spear.
Yeah.
there you go,
None of us can use it that well.
guys. It's a legendary.
I want it, but I can't use it.
I'm thinking that I might use it, but it's not really a two-handed weapon, is it?
I used
Spears
to
are
be
simple
able-
weapons that can't monks use simple weapons?
Give Chaya the.
Oh.
It's so appropriate.
Chaya.
It's
Yeah.
so appropriate.
Day of all
Take it.
people getting their
It's yours. Take it. Just take it. I'm speaking for everyone, but just take
It's
it.
not a mop stick.
It's not a mop, but it is pretty cool.
Jennifer was using it like a pole vault.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I still have, a fancy magic sword. Speaking of, after the short rest, I'm gonna go back and get my normal sword.
Okay.
Because, emotional attachment.
Are you gonna
I have
try as
no magical
something
weapons.
you're gonna take?
Sure.
Yeah, Chaya, take it.
Okay.
But what about this ring thing?
Okay.
Three.
The ring
The-
itself is nothing. It's just it has a
Nothing?
magical illusion aspect to it. If you look at the quartz crystals, you can see like little storms and lightning inside of them. But other than that, it's just ornamental. Probably will fetch you a good price, but it's not.
Especially if you sell it to a guy who is easily excited by shiny stuff. I don't have anyone specific in mind. So ask.
So as you guys are standing, resting a bit, those of you who aren't doing anything can use this as a short rest and regain some hit points if you so desire.
Already have.
You guys look around you and you notice that the room is getting darker. The flames on the oily water are guttering, blowing, and then they go out. You're in
Doesn't.
complete darkness. And even those of you with dark vision can't see anything.
I can.
You cannot.
I can't.
You can't. So, as
But. Okay.
Oh no.
Out of the blackness, you just get this impression that you're just in a vast space with no end. You see a pinprick of light in the distance that grows larger and spreads out along the horizon line. The line almost flips up on its side and becomes almost like a 3D image, and what you see lights and flame, and what you see is this symbol that you guys have seen a number of times and associate with the elemental evil. And it flashes out, and you just feel this oppressive presence. You experience wind that blows in from all sides and buffets you, which shuts off, and then immediately flames burst up around you. And as they do, they light up this room, and you realize that you're not in the room that you were originally, and you don't see. You're alone. Each of you is experiencing this by yourself. The flames flicker out, and you're hit with what feels like a ginormous wave, a tsunami, and your body is swirled, flipped, and spun. At just the moment that you feel that you're no longer able to hold your breath, you're washed out onto the floor, and you hear a rumble, and it feels like a landslide has buried you alive. The weight of the earth just presses in upon you at all sides. You're unable to move. And in that moment, you hear a voice. Mortals, you meddle with my children. They will go to your world and reshape it. And as you do that, you see your vision is drawn first into a huge cavern filled with water. You see this huge structure that seems to have grown out of the water. It's organic in nature. It looks like it's made of coral, seaweed, sea anemones, starfish. You see all manner of sea creatures and plants on it. The chamber is lit with a dull blue glow from lichen and moss and other bioluminescent plant life. You see a man. Give me a second here. Taking me out of the moment. All right, you see a shirtless man with his skin tinged blue, a human being. His skin is covered in barnacles, and one of his arms has been replaced by a very large, like lobster or crab claw. He's bald, and he's standing before what appears to be some kind of an altar. And he holds a trident. He looks over his shoulder to someone that you can't see, and you hear him say, "It's almost done. The time is nigh." You're ripped away from that place, and you're. Oh, here's a good. You are you're put back in a place that is familiar to you. Okay, this is what this area kind of looked at where you were at, by the way. And it should be noted that in that area, as you were looking at that coral-like structure, you saw women, children, men seemingly integrated into that structure, as if the coral and the sea life had grown around those people. They were moving. As you were able to look at their faces and their arms as they stuck out, you realize that they were unable to. They're trapped. And as you look closer, you were able to see that these sea creatures and the coral itself seemed to be feeding off of the living hosts of people. Again, from there, you're ripped into a different vision of a place that you've already been. At the end of this long obsidian and basalt like walkway between two spires, there's an altar. Out into this cavern before you, you see the giant stone colossus. Now that you see that the statue is complete, magma pours out of its eyes, its ears, and its mouth. Rain, you see your mother standing before the altar. Soon. Everyone else, that is what you see. But Rain, you specifically, you see her turn. She looks you in the eye. Soon, daughter. I will see you soon. And all of you are torn out of that vision. Again, it seems now you are being assaulted by air, water, fire, and earth at the same time. And then it's over. You're back. It just ends like that. You're back in the room. Everything seems normal. The pool is back, lighting up the room with soft flame.
From the looks on your faces, I trust you all saw the same things.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Do the same thing we just did?
I am an old man. I do not know many tricks, but the ones I do know seem to have worked thus far. 2 prophets are dead, and 2 prophets remain.
I mean, if we're doing what we just did, I really might strange sound coming from me, but I don't know if it's appropriate if I get on top of Rain's mom.
No, maybe not.
Perhaps we
Yeah.
can find another way.
Maybe you don't always have to go on someone's back, and you just don't do it again to her mom, please. Like,
Perhaps we can even
Just-
find a way to avoid killing her, if you would prefer that, Madame Rain.
yeah. Do you think that she'd be anything like Rowan's dad, where she might listen?
It is worth the attempt, perhaps. But
Sorry. Oh, it kicked me a few minutes. What just happened?
Oh, how long were you gone for?
Jesus, you just missed it. Massive
Ah, crap.
cutscene.
What did you miss?
Okay.
Jennifer was talking about getting on your mom.
Yeah, we had a vision.
Oh.
Wait, what was the last
We
thing
saw
you
the-
heard?
Yeah, no, I had the vision part. It was just like
Okay.
after, and we started talking. I'm like, what are we gonna do? And then I was like,
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Janrik was saying, don't think I could do what we did last time. I don't think it's appropriate to get on Rain's mum.
Jennifer,
oh
you
yeah,
do it.
no, she could go without that.
But who knows? She might actually want to talk instead of the other option.
I really thought you were going to say enjoy it, but
We're not talking about that. We're never talking about that. Stum.
You hear Julian. I do sometimes.
Are you part of the strategy talk now? 'Cause I think you need to go to sleep.
Yes.
I give him a pat on the shoulder.
Whatever you
Oh.
decide.
Has Julian not asked yet about Benevin?
Not the time, I don't
Yeah, I don't
think.
know.
He's
Not
like
yet.
nearly passed out.
I mean, you know, Benevin and Julian, they were pretty friendly. They had a good thing going on. But just you wait until he hears about Jasmine.
Sorry, I'm getting food. I guess we're just going to have to find our way to the other two. Do we even know where they are?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Did you go to them?
I have been carted back and forth between the codes for some time. I've seen them come and go from their places.
Okay.
Well, we've been to one of them, haven't we? We came about it from a different place.
They all connect from here.
Okay.
There's an opening to each from the temple complex.
You're not coming with us. Just so you know. Thank you for your directions, but we need to figure out where you're going to go.
That was my question. Where am I supposed to go then, sister?
I don't know. Where's the last safe place that we encountered?
maybe with your other sister?
We can't
Put your
take him
family
all the
all
way.
in one place?
Can't take him all the way back there. We don't have time.
The safest place here is with us, I think.
I would be inclined to disagree, considering we get hit by a lot of things, and
And we survive a lot of things.
have you, Dozen? Are you seeing him?
Yes.
If he gets hit by like one fireball, he's dead.
Madam
I'm getting him
Elisabetta,
out of here.
I was not suggesting that he accompany us into battle until he is recovered, but until a battle occurs, at which point he can retreat to a safe distance. And I kind of give a glance in the general direction of Julian, just to make sure that he's not about to speak up and say, hell no, I'm fighting. Until that point, he will be safer with us than he will be elsewhere. But of course, he should not participate in combat until he is recovered and safely equipped.
Do you think that they won't try and use him to get to me?
I
Do you think that he is definitely safer with us? Because
I do.
can imagine out of
Because-
spite they would kill him.
And do you think they would fail to do so if you were not around him? If they knew where he
If
was,
they're
they would seek him out, with or without your presence. No, I do believe that with us is currently the safest of many unsafe places. The choices available to us are not good. This is simply the better of many evils.
I'm gonna turn to Julian. What do you want to do? Because I know this place is scary, and I know that we bring danger with us. Would you prefer to hide somewhere quiet, or would you prefer to be nearby?
I'm not sure if we have time. Listen, these people are going to do something terrible. I'm not sure it matters if I hide here or back in Red Larch. I will do as you say. You're clearly coming into your own. You look different. Not so, emo, I suppose. He kind of looks at your, the necklace of the acorn. You tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. We can't. Sure, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
My microphone does weird things sometimes. I hold up the acorn to him. I'm now pledged to a Fey Prince instead of a sword, and I have a fox friend. That's
I
the
noticed.
long and the short of it. Yeah, he likes you.
He ruffles his ears.
I want to stay with you. For now. So just keep him on your shoulder.
So do I come with you, or do I go?
I can't think of many safe places for you to go. The journey back is too far, and we didn't deal with everyone who is back there. There's a dragon turtle. No, you're staying with us.
Maybe if he hides in the sarcophagus.
What was that?
Maybe if he hides in the sarcophagus.
You mean there's one right here?
Yeah. I mean, you want to put him in a safe place.
We don't know if that's safe.
Julian, do you think you remember the way to the other altars from here?
I've never been down into the nodes, but I know the entrances. There is one just on the other side of this black curtain and up the stairs. That is how to get to the fire node. The water node is you take a large waterfall down into a chamber down below. The earth cultists, I've seen them come and go through a large not sure where they go. Actually. I'm looking. The air cultists go through a tunnel. They're carried by the wind down far below. I'm not sure necessarily about the earth cultists at this point.
So which one do we want to deal with first?
I do not have any priorities at this point.
The water cultists had a lot of people with them.
It does seem like it might be more pressing.
I think so too. Okay. I guess we head towards the water node.
Is that what you guys want to do?
Guess so. Yeah.
Well, hold on. If we're so the fire node is right here. The water node is down the waterfall that we passed in the big tunnel area, the big
Fire.
cave area.
Fire nodes there. There's the water.
I don't want to deal with the fire node. It sounds scarier. No, but seriously, which one do we want to deal with first?
I honestly at this point have missed my chance at Ren. So I'm just kind of like along for the ride. But I will say that my sword will most likely be better suited against the fire node.
I mean, if it is right here.
Do you think we're strong enough to deal with my mother? Like I said, she's...
How strong is she?
Well, last time she summoned 2 fire elementals with the flick of her hand. And she's been serving her lord since I was a little girl, so... Who knows how strong she is now.
That fills me with so much confidence. I mean,
Yeah,
we don't have time for long rests, so better to, if she's as strong as you say she is, maybe we should deal with her first.
If
That's
we
true.
do not have time for any long rests, we must be very careful with our resources at this point and avoid any fight that is not essential. We must find some way to make sure that we are not bothered on our way to the next node, and hope that the fight there will be sufficient.
We have some scrolls that we should take note of. Scroll of Wall of Water. Snowballs. Potion of Giant Strength. I think we ought to think about using those.
Skyrite? No.
Yeah.
You do have a sky, right?
So you'll help. We're dying.
Send help, preferably in the form of soldiers.
The big question of D&D is why don't places like Waterdeep send everyone to handle stuff like this? And it's always it's always 6 brave adventurers.
Mm-hmm. They've just got no idea what's happening.
Yeah, why doesn't Waterdeep have a goddamn standing army?
I'm sure they do.
Because they're
Oh.
not worth other neighboring towns.
That's not the point. People have armies. If you don't have an army, then the neighboring towns attack. That's like the opposite of the chain of consequence. Whatever. We'll get into that conversation another time. But yeah. I suppose I, for one, I'm in good shape now that I have had time to rest.
How long does it take to attune to a magic item?
Isn't it 8 hours? Is it?
I thought it was a long rest.
I will Google it. All right, what do you guys want to do? Oh no. Sorry guys, my internet just whacked out. So
discussing achievement. Don't worry about it. Stop and think about what's happening. I don't know.
Or we will deal with what happens when it happens. That is, after all we can do. We must deal with what we can deal with, and with the rest, well, wait and see. And at this point, I kind of like sit up after having bandaged all my wounds. I am ready to depart.
Me too.
Where's my internet?
Let's do this.
All right, guys. So you oh, there we go. Hold on. So you guys move towards. Yulian's able to direct you towards the.
I do have a question.
I'm reloading my Roll20 here.
At the end of the last game, you said we leveled, but then we didn't.
We have to do
because
a
it was
long
just before a
rest.
fight.
We have to do a long rest to be able to level up.
Shit.
Well, I honestly think a long rest would be beneficial to me.
Yeah,
But whatever.
Rain is pretty drained.
I mean,
It's up
that's
to you
what we're
guys. I'm a
thinking.
warlock. It's down to you guys.
I'm the fighter, so honestly, I recover most of my big things like on a short rest. I do have a couple of resources, but I'm not gonna get back until I take the long rest. But I'm in fighting condition right now.
All right. So he moves you. He moves you. I move you. You're basically 2 rooms over. Okay.
Oh hey, isn't this where we killed that the Minotaur?
In
Yup.
this direction. So
No, not exactly here.
not
right?
exactly here. No, I don't think you guys ever made it
This
here.
is where they came from.
This is where they came from. So
Oh no,
um,
the room you accidentally transported us to. I meant.
So, you can see here that there is a couple of rooms where the minotaurs were probably sleeping. There's a couple of large beds, a couple of fire pits with the fire going. Although at this point in time they're pretty much dying due to the lack of fuel being put on them. And then here you see a walkway extending out into a very large and deep chasm. You do recognize this area though, because you guys, when you were captured by the fire cultists, this is the tunnel that you guys would go through when you were riding that hovering stone platform. Yulian says as much, that the fire cultists use that platform to move between levels, and that the fire node is down below.
So this goes up as well.
Yes. The chasm goes up.
I look at Elizaveta and say, this would be a quick way to get him out. We go up, we go through and out, and then he's back on the surface.
Would there not be people up there?
If the
There would
temple
be,
is
but if you want to get him out, this is, I think, the shortest route.
Seems to be that there's more than just us at stake here. The longer we wait, the more stuff we do, the more likely it is that we're going to have the literal apocalypse just happen. I want him out, but I don't want that to be, at the expense of the entire world.
You know, I have never killed an apocalypse before.
I mean, I don't think it's that dangerous, right here. Julian, would you be comfortable staying, room back there, or?
No, I'm coming with you. Or we're going together.
Okay. That's fair enough. You're brave. Out of character, do you guys actually want to take a long rest? Because...
I mean, out of character, I would like the long rest for the level up, but in character, Tozen definitely feels that taking a long rest would not exactly be the wisest use of our time at this point. So...
Because I can't make that call because I'm pretty much full on my resources.
I'm doing alright as far as resources. As I said.
Sasha?
I wonder how many banishments and fireballs Sasha has left.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very many. But even if we just do like one more or like let Rain have a quick short rest, she'll at least get some arcane recovery. That might be good enough.
Okay, so we have 2 in favor of going, 2 in favor of staying. So at this point it's just like Roland and Chaya we don't know about.
Yeah, I'm out of character. I'm kind of okay, but I don't have any spell slots for healing. But that's kind of a drop in the bucket anyways.
If we do a short rest.
And I'm not sure how.
I mean, we just did a short rest that Chaya did get to
Yeah, exactly.
use.
No, I mean for Rain's arcane recovery.
Rain's arcane recovery and Chaya's spirit attunement.
Yeah, because a short rest is only like, what, 10 minutes or something?
No, it's like
It's more like
half an hour to an
Oh,
hour.
half an hour. Hmm. Well, at least it's not 8 hours.
To an
but-
hour. To an hour. I say that we can probably try dealing with the fire people, survive, and then take that long rest before going on and finishing business over at water. But that's not necessarily the way we need to go about doing things. The fear is that if we take too long to reach the fire people, then they'll have thunder summoning and we'll have 2 small league gods that we need to punk back to the underworld instead of just 1.
That is true. Let's go for it. Let's at least we'll go down there and see what the situation's like. Test
Oh,
the water
yes.
and see if we like it.
Okay, yeah. Just yeah, they might
Let's
throw us in jail
see.
again. Like,
Yes,
Yeah, oh,
we shall
you
sleep.
pesky adventurers. Back into the jail with you.
Is it the same cell as before? Because you know,
yeah.
They just haven't realized how we got out.
they were just like they must have slipped between the bars. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Nah, it does. Have you seen them? Especially the big dudes. They could do that.
They're just idiots, complete idiots. Right.
Well, if
We've
I
taken-
recall, the heat down there was quite devastating, and we would be pretty exhausted after spending much time down there anyway. So we would definitely need a long rest.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll need it after, certainly, but before is the question.
Yeah.
Let's just go down.
Are we doing a
See
short
what's
rest
happening.
before or not?
I don't know. You guys make that call.
At this point, I mean, we've got my vote, and Elizabeth, I get the impression, is against.
Not against.
January-
It's just that I don't need it, so it's not fair for me to say what you should be doing.
Okay. Well then, I don't know. Honestly, I think, as far as Elizabeth, Tozen, and Chai are concerned, we probably have our resources because monks, fighters, and warlocks get a lot back on a short rest. But I think we could do with another short rest, just so that, you know, Chaya can get attuned to her new spear, and Rain can do her arcane recovery, and get some hit points back if she lost any.
Yeah, hit points I'm good. It'd just be my spells, yeah.
Brad, what's the shortest short rest we
Yeah.
can do?
I can say you do it in a
It's
half
like-
an hour.
Half an hour. Okay,
Sure.
Alright,
Yeah,
we
I
have a
think
quick
that's-
lunch, and then yeah.
we'll do that. I'll be
Alright.
keeping an eye out the whole time.
Okay. All right, you guys do a short rest.
The various attunements are attuned.
How long does it take to attune? Did we figure that out?
I'm
Takes
not
a
sure.
short rest.
It's a short rest. Yeah.
Oh, I
Tuning
see.
to an item requires a creature to spend a short rest focused only on that item.
Okay. All right. All right, Chaya, you're attuned to that sweet spear. It's all yours. And there we go.
We need to be a dwarf to attune to the hammer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Stupid
guys.
item. And stupid ghost dwarf too.
So you
Yeah,
stand.
succeeded.
You stand at the edge of the precipice.
We step on the elevator platform.
Okay.
It wobbles. It's terrifying.
Ugh.
And it
We'll
doesn't.
not be doing
It
this
doesn't
in real
go
life.
anywhere.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Do you guys?
Okay.
Jander, I jump up and down.
Do you guys remember the command words?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I wasn't there for that session, but would I be able to make like an intelligence check as toes or something like that?
Jander wasn't there either.
Yulian looks around you. Are you ready?
Oh, hi.
No, I mean, I wasn't there for that session.
I
as a
know.
player.
He's asking if you guys. Yulian asked if you guys are ready.
Yeah, do you know what the password is?
He looks around. Ember. And with that, the platform descends into the dark. And the and the fiery glow below gets closer and closer. And that's where we'll end today.
Oh man.
Oh boy.